You know?
True hippie.
I grind all day, then studio till the morning. No CM gang, but man, I'm always recording.
WXT,
I grind all
LYRICAL,
day,
Upintime,
then studio
G
till the
Upintime.
morning. No CM gang, but man, I'm always recording. It's more like full bridge to burn, but you'll make mistakes.
Lewis,
when you live, you learn.
welcome to Upintime.
Thank you
Right,
for having me.
yeah man, yeah definitely. Right, so tell me something, Lewis. You know, what inspired you to music, or what would you before you realised that you like music? Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like? Was you a sportsman? Was you a kind of games man? What?
I grew up, I've always, to be fair, I've always loved music.
Yeah.
Always loved music, but I've always loved sport as well. Always. Me getting into music as such was a result of life. But sport, like I've always loved music, but I never knew how I would bring that into a part of my life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how I could effectively make a career of it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what aspect of music would be right for me to be involved in. But yeah, outside of that, always sport as well.
Sports. So,
Yeah.
what is a baller, cricketer,
Football.
any football?
Yeah, yeah. When I was young, when I was young, I liked athletics. Then I realised I was too slow. So after that, it was football. Yeah.
So you must get enough people looking at you now saying, "Hold a minute, is that Joshua?"
Do you know what?
Look, listen, you see the brand, the underarm, in the same brand underarm with Josh, right?
This wasn't intentional, okay? This wasn't- But yeah, several people have said that. Several people have. Can't lie. I can't lie. It's a big compliment. It's a big compliment.
Yeah. So have you ever been involved in boxing or?
Do you know what? I've always wanted to. I have like there's a bit of fun I have here and there, but yeah, now growing up, my mum, that was the one thing she was like, "Nah, you're not fighting. You're not doing that."
Oh, well,
So-
you're too pretty to fight.
Yeah, she never let me do that one day. She never let me. Man.
So like with the boxing, for example. So who's what boxer do you actually like? I know that you like Anthony Joshua.
Yeah,
we know that,
yeah.
right? So what other boxer do you kind of like?
Or current or previous?
Well, both.
Okay.
Run them in parallel.
Okay, so to be fair, my focus has always been on the heavyweight boxing. So as much as I appreciate the other weight classes, and you got people like Floyd Mayweather, no one can ever talk rubbish about him.
All the monitoring.
Yeah, he proved himself in 50 odd fights.
Hey,
So
yeah, you can't knock him.
you can't deny that one.
You can't knock
But-
him. And he had he didn't have a scratch.
Exactly. He knew how to defend better than anyone.
Yeah.
But in terms of heavyweights, I'd say obviously AJ, Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
As much as at times he can wind me up with how he talks, Tyson Fury is a very, very good boxer.
He is,
Very
and
good
you know what? And you know what? He shocks a lot of people. You know.
100%.
You know, he shocks a lot of people. You know,
Yeah.
and it's a shame that he had to come back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And to get the title and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a good boxer.
In terms of the art of boxing, he's probably the best heavyweight there is at the moment.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the actual art of it, he's not the biggest puncher, but in terms of the art of it, yeah,
Jeez. Okay. So you like your boxing and sport and business,
yeah,
and you like football.
yeah. I love football.
You got skills, I see, earlier. But we didn't capture that on the camera.
We didn't
catch-
save that one. We'll save that one for now.
Right, and apparently it's allegedly that you done 3,000 kick-ups, but we ain't gonna explain that. We ain't gonna speak about that.
Yeah. We'll let the people see that in the future. We'll never see in the future.
So okay, right. So going forward about music now.
Yeah.
How old was you when you realised? All right, what kind of music did you grow up to?
Okay, so I feel like the majority of people will grow up listening to the music that their parents listen to. I feel like there's no escape from that.
So it's just like you grew up eating the food what your parents cooked.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not gonna be 5-6 years old going, "Oh, mum, play this, mum, play that," because I don't know. What do I know at that age? So yeah, I grew up listening to what they listened to. The majority of that.
And what was it? What was that?
The majority of that was like R&B and soul.
What artists in R&B?
To be fair, the ones I remember listening to the most, like when I was real young, would have been people like Ashanti.
Okay.
I listened to a lot of Ashanti. In terms of more more of a hip hop is like
Tribe Called,
Outkast.
what about Tribe Called Quest?
Yeah, definitely listen to them. Definitely, definitely listen to them. I mean, if you take it back further, obviously you got the obvious candidates of like Marvin Gaye, etc. From way back. So my mum was more listening to the Marvin Gaye, etc. My dad was a bit more current.
So listen, you're not from London.
Nah, I'm not.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ipswich.
Massive.
Yeah, well, I don't know if massive is the right word, but
Well, but you know what? You know, someone's got to represent each county. You know.
100%.
You know, so okay, so you grew up listening to your parents' music.
Yeah.
And you was influenced by that.
100%. Yeah.
Right. So you know when you went secondary school, yeah. What kind of music was? Because after you go secondary school, you kind of find your own way of music. What you like, innit?
Yeah.
So what kind of music did you kind of drop into at that time?
All right. So I remember having a CD when I was real young. I can't remember where I got it from, but it had like Solar Crew tracks on there. So you had like 21 Seconds.
Well, actually, in the crowd from Battersea.
Yeah, man. There. So obviously that was when they were really really popping. So obviously it kind of was inevitable that everyone in my kind of age group was going to hear that and listen to that, and then it was kind of that crossover from like garage, because like I grew up listening to a lot of garage as well. So you got that garage to effectively in the end grime. That kind of transition.
So garage. So you like the two step, not the 4 to the floor kind of thing, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah.
So that was more the music, especially when I went into secondary school. Grime was very much on the come up in my age group. So so I listened to a lot of grime going through school. There was periods of time where the focus was on UK music more so, but the US music more so. But the UK music was always still there. But especially towards the end of high school, it was just UK grime.
UK all the way,
a lot of grime.
Because grime. You see, as the era goes on, there's different kind of style coming, but it's still based off their own thing.
Yeah.
You understand? And
yeah, of course.
And everything just evolves, isn't it? You know, we are talking about evolution in music. Some people don't believe in. Some people don't believe in a man who talk about evolution, but in music and trend and style and fashion, it does evolve. But at the same time, it evolves. Remember, is a swinging door in it, so it comes back to full circle again.
Exactly.
You know, and okay, so you was into grime.
Yeah. Massive.
Right. So after and that's when you were at school.
Yeah.
So when you was involved in grime or was listening to grime, did you think, you know what, I like these lyrics, you know, I could do this?
Do you know what? I think there was a period of time where everyone thought they could.
And some tried.
And so some tried, some failed. I tried, and to be fair, for a while I probably failed too. But
okay, so all your school friends was into grime.
Yeah.
And then what was your top artist them days? Who do you like in grime now? We're talking grime.
My favourite grime MC is Gets. So he's called Ghetto back then, but yeah, Gets now. He's my favourite. Yeah.
Where's he from?
He is from East London.
East London.
Yeah.
So he come under this Rascal camp. Is he one of them?
They were all in that same kind of crowd. So you had Dizzy Rascal, you had Wiley, Gets, Kano. They're probably like the four who I listened to predominantly back then. Then you had like Skepta come out after that as well. So they're some of the biggest names. Then as I got to like the end of secondary school, you had the youngsters coming through who are slightly older than me. So you had like people like Chipmunk.
Chipmunk. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, so
okay. Yeah.
So I mean nowadays, if anyone asks me who my favourite grime MC is now, it's going to be out of Gets and Chip. They're my two favourites. I just think that they can style on so many.
Both of them bad, you know.
Ridiculous.
Like,
the thing with Chip is you give him any instrumental.
And see, like Chip, I'd have to meet him and interview him, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you that because you know what, he's got a lot to tell. And
way too much to tell, man.
You know, and it's good. And it's good that people kind of embrace who kind of inspire them.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of kind of people what get above the station and forget who actually inspired them. And when you speak to them or interview them, they said, "No, man, I do it all by myself." No, you never do it all by yourself. You understand?
It's not possible. It's really not possible. Everyone takes inspiration from somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be people that haven't necessarily took too much inspiration from a grime artist and they make grime now. That may be the case.
Yeah.
But regardless, you're going to take inspiration from somewhere, even just if it's from another genre. You're still taking that inspiration.
Right.
So yeah, I don't feel like there's anyone that can just say, "Oh yeah, it's just all me." Just all came from me.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So WXT.
Yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
What made you think of this here? Who made you do the rhythm?
So the instrumental was made again by my friend Mechanics. He's a very, very good producer. A lot of instrumentals he makes have a different kind of tone to this one. They're a bit more boom bappy than this one.
What do you mean boom bappy for those who don't know it?
It's
because remember, you see abbreviation. We've got to break down abbreviation so we make it crystal clear.
Yeah, it's. I don't know the best way to explain it. I'd explain it as a more hyper hip hop kind of sound, right?
Bebop.
Yeah. So that's the way a lot of his instrumentals at that time sounded. But it's not really the sound that I tend to use. So he made this one, which is a bit different to a lot of stuff he'd made before. And literally the instant I heard it, I was like, this fits how I think.
You see, this with this track, I want to, you know.
Yeah.
And when you hear it, you can hear other things in the background coming in, you know.
Nah, I appreciate that a lot. But it's literally, so obviously it's called Cope, and the little kind of break explains that I'm struggling to cope, a little bit of cognac and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, I'm struggling to cope, and there's a lot of things that are going on in my life at the time. Like when I wrote this, I was working a different job to what I'm working now.
Yeah. And
it speaks about the fact that like I'm late to work a lot, and it's like explaining the reasons behind that. Like I haven't been sleeping much, I've been busy doing this, busy doing that, thinking about this, thinking about that. He's explaining a lot of different things that have been going on. And then it's about different experiences as well on top of that. For example, relationships. So there's a bit where it's like, God gave me 2 big ears, but right now I need yours. So it's like, okay, I've got these big ears.
Hold it, wait. Say that again. God gave
me 2 big ears, but right now I need yours.
You hear that?
Yeah, man.
You hear that?
It's like, God gave me these ears. I hear that, and I know I should listen more than I speak. However, right now, I need you to just take time just to listen to what I have to say. So the whole song is a message about how I feel and how things have been going on. A lot of it leads on. So the first song I ever made was Deepest Maze. We'll talk about that a bit later on as well. But it leads on from that as well. So it's like still going downhill with the brakes off, which is something I referenced in Deepest Maze. So it's like I'm still in that same thought process. I still feel like I'm going downhill in certain aspects of life. But then I'm explaining, okay, I'm not coping, and then the reasons why I'm not coping. Then my coping mechanisms are being explained on top of that, and then what comes the other side of that, which is primarily music. So it's just it's a big message, but hopefully everyone can understand, and some people will relate to that.
So really, these kind of things, you know, the thought process, you know, you go to school and college, they don't teach you that, you know.
No, they don't. They really, really don't.
This is self-taught.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and we all know an artist's life is not an easy life. You know, because none of us born with a silver spoon in our mouth.
No.
If we was born with a silver spoon in our mouth, why would someone go down the road of an artist?
They wouldn't need to. They wouldn't need to. They wouldn't feel to.
I've got 2 big ears. God, I need yours now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this next one is coming up now. Right?
Yeah.
All your tracks is favourite of mine.
No, thank you.
For different reasons. You know what I mean? Because even up to last night, I was listening to it before. I knew we was going to meet today, but I had to kind of listen to it again.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm going to be up against when I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
In person for the first time.
Yeah.
So this tune here now.
Yeah.
What inspired you?
Okay, so this song is called Watch. It's a bit more of a humorous approach to thought processes and actions and experiences. The first line is literally, Auntie told me to chase my dreams, that's how I make the family proud. that's the same auntie we'll speak about later when I speak about Deepest Maze. But so my little cousin passed away, and his mum was the one that said to me, what makes her proud is me chasing my dreams. And that's literally how the song starts off. So I start off by telling the message that my auntie told me, the way that I'll make the family proud is by chasing my dreams and doing what I believe I was born to do.
And you know, your family, your family's behind you, know.
They are.
1,000 ton.
More than I ever imagined. More than I ever imagined.
You know,
honestly, it helps a lot. It helps a lot. But at the same time, this song showcases the negatives as such that my family may perceive of me. More primarily my immediate family, so like my mum and dad, for example. So there's a lot of references to my mum moaning about my room being a mess.
Listen, that's why they call it family, you know.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
We all know we could choose our friends.
Yeah.
But what's it saying? You cannot choose your family.
Nah, you can't. But to be fair, at the same time, the most important thing to me is family. So I'll always take time to take on board anything that they have to say,
this one,
opinions or anything.
Okay, yeah. Right. Your next one coming.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's what I mean. All your tunes are favourite of mine, you know, for different reasons, because it puts me back in certain time of my lifetime.
Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah, I mean, it starts off brutally honest. So it's like, I nearly lost my mind. I was running around with this girl even though she wasn't mine. So me being completely and utterly honest on any instrumental or ever vocal. So it's me talking about how, okay, I have nearly lost my mind. Like that's the way I felt at the time. I genuinely felt like I was so close to losing it because there were so many things going on. And then it's like, okay, what else was I doing? So I talk about, I was running around with this girl even though she wasn't mine. So that's the mistakes that I made in my past times, in previous relationships, mistakes that I made. So that's me just facing them head on from the get-go. And like, yeah, I was doing this, and then I go on to explain how I was at uni and I was messing around and not taking that as seriously as I should have. Talking about how I couldn't talk about things openly, and now I found a way that I can talk about things, which is my music.
Because you see, with music and entertainment, there's going to be distractions, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the main downfall in musicians and artists is that they get kind of led astray, kind of thing, because they realise that a minute, hold it a minute, all this is around me now.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But the person who's serious about their work needs to kind of put the blinkers on, you know?
Yeah.
And then when time comes, you find the right.
Yeah.
You know, but you're the only one. It comes with territory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even in fashion, design, whatever.
Yeah,
things is, you're in that circle and things get chucked in your face and that's how it is. You know, but we need to educate the younger ones and let the younger ones know, you know what, keep your blinkers on at a younger age. You get what you want, you know. Right? Don't rush.
Yeah.
Or shall I say, don't run for the first bus, because there's another bus coming with seats on it.
But it's literally like, I explain a lot of thought processes and experiences in this one. So, I mean, my favourite line in this is, I nearly went from psychology to psychotic. Look how mad is that? So I started off by telling you, look, I nearly lost my mind. Like, I felt like I was going crazy. And it's like, I nearly went from psychology to psychotic. It's like, so I was at a point where I was studying, and psychology was something that I studied at A level and was included in my degree that I was studying as well.
Nice.
So it's like, I nearly went from that, I nearly went from on the right path. Everyone expected me to just cruise through school, cruise through my A levels, cruise through.
So what you're studying, you need to become what you're studying.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, watch out. We're gonna play the next track.
Yeah.
Right. And this next track here again. The rhythm behind it is a deep rhythm, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and I can feel your passion behind this music here.
Yeah.
You know, and what make people speak about postcode war? What is going on? Who created this? Who created this word?
It's something that has never ever made sense to me. Never. And so I kind of focused on a lot of things that I had strong feelings towards when I wrote this. So my friend Reddy Christ made the instrumental for this one, and it's called More Time. The hook is literally like, I don't write as much as I should, more time like went up and now I'm good. So it's literally talking about the fact that at this point I probably hadn't released a song in nearly a year. Right?
Yeah. So what year was this one then?
This one came out the back end of last year. So
and what,
like December 18.
Yeah.
So it'd been nearly a year since, because I released back.
So December 18.
Yeah.
Well, that's 8 month fresh kind of thing.
Yeah. But at that point, it's like I hadn't released a song for a long time. So it's like, do you know what? I probably haven't been writing as much as I should.
Yeah.
I've probably just been coping by smoking and drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah, get true.
Yeah, that was my coping mechanism instead. I wasn't as productive with it. It was more just coping by any means necessary at the time. And then so it's like, okay, I've been writing as much as I should and whatever. But then it was like, then goes on to talk about life. And it's like, so there's a lot of them and out of line like my teeth. It's like, so it's like, people have been acting out of line, and that's made me feel a certain way. But regardless of that,
yo, family, what I'm trying to tell you though,
yeah,
you're meeting Ipswich, you know, right? Ain't no giving, ain't no joke, right? This ain't no kind of feasible need electric switch. This is Ipswich. See?
Yeah, man.
Continue, my family.
I'll try, man.
Right, so this one here now coming in now.
Yeah.
This is like a ghost.
Yeah, this one is the intro to mine and Martel's EP. So it's called Therapy for Nightmares. So, I mean, the whole concept of the whole EP is the nightmares is effectively the life that we've been living. Like, some people are living the dream, they called it, right? For us, certain aspects have been a nightmare. But then it's about how we have found therapy for that within music. So this is just an introduction to that. So it starts off like, I didn't want to talk about it. Now I write it down and I talk about it. So it's like, I didn't used to want to talk about things. I didn't want to talk about anything to anyone. I'd always be closed off about my thoughts and feelings. But now, because of music, I write it down and talk about it. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that.
Because you're expressing yourself with music. Yeah. If we're sitting around a table on a one-to-one without music,
yeah,
maybe you kind of close up again. But music, remember, is an expression of how you feel, you know, right? Because you could express yourself, but once the studio time's over, that's it, you're gone again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Music is your way of opening up. It's an open and closed case, you know. And I know, because me personally isn't an open person. But if you want to know me and speak to me and get into me, let's speak about music.
Yeah.
Let's speak about beats, sounds. Let's talk about time stretch, synths. Do you understand? LFO, HFO. Let's tweak this thing.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, music is, if not the, one of the most powerful things on this planet. Forever.
Right.
Like any emotion, any experience, any thought, feeling, anything. There's music.
You see, music breaks the language barrier.
100%.
You do not need to know any Spanish, French, Mandarin or whatever, right? Because music is a thing where you just dance. Come remember, Bob Marley saying that when you lick your feet up, I'll pain, you know. I may have to edit this, but this is real.
Yeah.
So this track was coming in now.
Yeah.
You tell me.
This one's called Stressed Out. So I feel like it explains a lot just from the title.
And it relates to a lot of people, because no matter how good your life is, you know, Mr. Millionaire, billionaire, you still feel stressed, you know.
Do you know what? Them people that are wealthier than I could ever imagine being probably drink or smoke more than I do. You know what I mean? So
or worry afresh. You see people out there with big cars, you know. You don't know their problems.
Exactly.
So the youngster out there, say, you know, don't get blinded or kind of twisted over kind of material business, you know, because you don't know the stress upon one person, right? You need to take a step back and humble yourself and listen to tunes what WXT I tell you, right? Ipswich crowd, intelligent, you know, and get to know them, because this is how we're going. Upintime Entertainment, see?
Tell them again.
So this tune here, right? Your lyrics on this one here.
Yeah.
When was this made?
This one was made probably April 2018. So we probably recorded the video for this one April 18, around that sort of time. But it came out on mine and Martel's EP, Therapy for Nightmares. So yeah, it's literally just explaining. So we have the intro, and then it comes into Stressed Out. So it's like, okay, I've been stressed out, I've been smoking and drinking. It's a regular theme, it's a reoccurring. But it's like, okay, and then we explain other thoughts and feelings on top of that. So there's time like that's like no time to relax. So I talk about I haven't had time to relax. As much as in other songs I've been like I don't want to relax. It got to a point where I didn't even have time to relax because there were so many things going on in life, whether it be work, football, other responsibilities. There was so much going on that I didn't have time to just chill and focus on me as such. So I took all of that energy and then put it into my verses. And so so a lot of it is just talking about I've been stressed and how I've been dealing with the stress and what I've been doing.
So stress out for a drink, stress out for smoke.
Yeah.
We can relate to this, you know.
Stressed outside road.
See what I mean? You know, everybody needs some type of escapism.
100%,
right?
Yeah. Completely.
And we're coming in with the next track again. It's track after track, you know, public. And you see this one, a bad gangster movie, you know. Me I tell you that, you know. Upintime, you know. Watch ya. This is 2020.
I gotta shout out my friend Tevin for the vocals.
Listen.
Got to.
Who need to shout up at Ipswich? Shout them out.
All of them, man. All of them. Everyone involved is crazy.
Because
I mean, obviously the songs we'll listen to today got me, Martel, Tevin, Giro, G-Man, Reddy, Price. A lot of the videos are done by my friend Leon. A lot of instrumentals made by mechanics. We've had things recorded by PK, and don't get me wrong, there are many people outside there. You got Raya Shabby, Sar.
Ipswich, you know.
The whole of it.
Hey yo,
brother,
public, what I'm telling you,
ridiculous.
what you're hearing is an Ipswich crowd. So who don't know about Ipswich, you're gonna hear about Ipswich.
Oh, you ain't got a choice. You really ain't got a choice.
No, by force. Shall I hear them, you know?
Yeah.
Right? Because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a funnel in your ears and pour the music down it, not water.
Nah, no water, pure music.
You know, we need to start the track again because this is my favourite track. Out of all of them.
Yeah.
No, this is one of my favourite again. Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Right, see, right, WXT.
Yo.
Before, today's the first time we're meeting each other.
Yeah.
Right, so I had to do a recap of all your tracks last night.
Yeah.
So I can kind of kind of refresh what I'm up against.
Okay.
And when I heard this again, you know, it's like you can relate to what's going on, and you see the harmony behind it. It thick, you know.
Yeah.
It dense, you know. In Jamaica we say up.
Yeah.
Come in and say big up no more, you know. Up.
Yeah.
That's why I call it Upintime.
Yeah.
Right, but you're going places.
I hope so.
You are in places.
I'll do
Do you know what I mean?
to make
Right?
it happen.
This is something I know, yeah. But this is something different, so I can't let it go. Oh no. So I continue the mission, it's go hard or go home, yeah. But this is something different, so I can't let it go. Oh no.
So it's more life, more bridge to burn. I figured out if you listen, you learn. So don't wait in line, cause it isn't your turn. Just take this time, put the mission to work and go get it. We put in work when you're kipping. Early bird gets the worm, there's no chilling. So we're gonna get it first or we're winning. Till we hit stages, till we have fans, till we hit playlists. I do it for the fam, not to be famous. I won't stop till the team's up on the A-list. Nah, I really won't stop. No job now, but I'm really on job. I pull now, work rates don't stop. I've been putting in work, so already on top like whoa.
Always continue the mission, this is something I know, yeah. But this is something different, so I can't let it go. Oh no. So I continue the mission, it's go hard or go home,
focus now. Yeah, I've broken down, but I'm back. Parents said we know you down, but we both are proud when you put vocals out. I love that, still things I ain't spoke about. But my team controls the town, and you ain't getting it back. But I had a load of doubt, so to cope for now. I've been smoking loud until I'm fresh salt right now. Wavy, yeah, wavy time. With a bloodstream for the spirit. Forget my pain, get amnesia, and billet girls wanna talk now, cause I speak for a living. Case I start to make peas off of lyrics, Arsenal 04. This season I'm winning with a few draws involved. Yeah, I smoke and drink loads, but I still keep with a vision like.
Always continue the mission, this is something I know, yeah. But this is something different, so I can't let it go, oh no. So I continue the mission, it's go hard or go home, yeah. But this is something different, so I can't let it